In this video, we shall look at the failed, abandoned, and uncompleted megaprojects in the Philippines. The Philippines, a beautiful country with a booming economy, also has a fascinating history with some ambitious infrastructure plans. Today, we're diving into the mega-curious world of projects that never quite got off the ground. Get ready as we count down the failed, abandoned, and uncompleted megaprojects in the Philippines. Number 1. Banton Nuclear Power Plant. The Philippines, a country seeking a stable energy future, envisioned a solution in the form of the Banton Nuclear Power Plant. Imagine a facility that uses the power of the atom to illuminate homes and businesses across the archipelago. This nuclear reactor promised to minimize reliance on imported fossil fuels and provide energy security. However, the fantasy became a nightmare following the 1986 Chernobyl accident. The catastrophic meltdown in Ukraine caused shockwaves around the world, raising severe safety concerns about nuclear technology. The Philippines, still reeling from the catastrophe, faced the risks connected with nuclear power. Political difficulties surrounding the project's construction and management heightened the concerns. Public trust wavered, and questions lingered about the true costs and long-term viability of the plant. Finally, economic challenges emerged. The sheer cost of maintaining and operating a nuclear facility, coupled with uncertainties about future energy demands, made the project financially unappealing. With safety concerns at the forefront, public opposition rising, and economic feasibility in question, the Banton Nuclear Power Plant project was ultimately abandoned in the 1980s, serving as a stark reminder of the complexities and controversies surrounding nuclear energy. Number 7. Clark Green City. Clark Air Base, a huge former U.S. military installation in the Philippines, had the potential of a significant development. Consider transforming a deserted town into a thriving metropolis, complete with gleaming skyscrapers, contemporary business districts, and pleasant residential regions. This was the goal for Clark Green City, a project aiming at creating a self-contained metropolitan center. Clark Green City intended to be a commercial and innovative hub, as well as a key engine of regional economic growth. However, the path to become a green city did not go smoothly. Bureaucratic roadblocks arose. Navigating the complexity of permits and approvals required to proceed was time-consuming and stressful. Infrastructure issues exacerbated the challenges. Transforming a former military installation into a modern metropolis necessitated substantial investment in roads, utilities, and other critical infrastructure. Attracting investors also proved challenging. The size of the project, combined with doubts about the overall strategy, made some investors hesitant to commit resources. Clark Green City has yet to realize its full potential due to these challenges. While development continues, it remains a work in progress, a reminder of the obstacles in transforming lofty visions into thriving realities. Number 6. Marikina Skybridge Project. Imagine a network of elevated walkways snaking through Marikina City, a bustling area in the Philippines. This was the vision behind the Marikina Skybridge Project, a solution to ease pedestrian traffic congestion, especially during floods that are common in the region. Picture Filipinos safely strolling above the busy streets, protected from the elements and traffic jams. But there were certain obstacles in the way of the project's realization. The project was dogged by construction delays from the start. The construction of these elevated walkways was dragged considerably by budget issues and bureaucratic roadblocks. The aesthetics and connection with the current cityscape presented another difficulty. Discussions were provoked by the Skybridge's design. Some locals thought the buildings clashed with the general style of their areas and looked out of place. It also proved more difficult than expected to ensure seamless transitions between the skybridges and the current pedestrian walkways. At last, there was anxiety over the elevated walkway's long-term maintenance expenses. Who would pay for maintenance, and how would it be financed? With these issues to address, the Marikina Skybridge project has seen limited implementation, leaving the dream of a congestion-free walkway system still in its early stages. Number 5. Ilocos Norte Wind Farm. The goal of the Ilocos Norte Wind Farm was to provide clean, renewable electricity by having rows of enormous turbines whirling in the Philippine breeze. The goal of this project was to transition away from fossil fuels and toward a more sustainable future. Envision a landscape dotted with windmills, utilizing the force of nature to illuminate residences and commercial buildings. Nonetheless, this endeavor was buffeted by fierce gusts of debate. Environmental worries were raised regarding the effect on migratory birds. The wind farm's selected location happened to fall along a route that many bird species use for migration. Environmentalists were concerned that these birds might be in danger from the turbines. There were also technical difficulties. It required significant engineering considerations to make sure the wind turbines could endure the typhoons and severe winds that occasionally pound the region. Land use issues compounded the complexities. Negotiations with nearby villages were required to get the land needed for the wind farm project, and not all of the agreements were easily reached. Given these technological, social, and environmental obstacles, the Ilocos Norte wind farm project has seen limited progress, highlighting the complexities of balancing clean energy goals with environmental and social considerations. Number 4. Kaliwa Dam Project. Water is life, and Metro Manila, a megacity in the Philippines, was facing a growing water crisis. The Kaliwa Dam Project envisioned a solution, a large dam on the Kaliwa River aiming to provide a steady supply of water for millions of residents. Imagine a massive reservoir quenching the thirst of a bustling metropolis. But this initiative turned into a hot potato of controversy. Environmentalists contended that building the dam would seriously harm nearby streams and forests from an ecological standpoint. In addition, long-established indigenous communities in the area would be uprooted by the project. A few people questioned the project's long-term costs and advantages, and others expressed concerns about its economic feasibility. The project's advancement was halted by these problems, which led to demonstrations and legal challenges. The Kaliwa Dam project serves as a stark reminder of the difficult balancing act that must be struck between meeting a city's water needs, preserving the environment, and upholding the rights of indigenous people. This project's ongoing controversy serves as a reminder of the importance of thorough planning and inclusive decision-making in the creation of large-scale infrastructure. Number 3. Bor Island Rehabilitation. White sand beaches, blue oceans, and a bustling tourist scene can be found on Bor Island. But there was a bad side to this paradise. Unrestrained tourism growth resulted in environmental damage. Envision an extensive restoration initiative aimed at bringing back the natural splendor of Bor. Construction of sewage treatment plants, demolition of illegitimate buildings, and restoration of the island's ecology would all take place. The rehabilitation process resulted in substantial improvements. Beaches were cleaned and stronger controls were imposed. However, the quest for a more sustainable Bor continues. Balancing tourism, a major source of income for the island, with environmental protection is a constant problem. Responsible garbage management, eco-friendly tourism practices, and educating visitors about the fragile ecology are critical to Boracay's long-term health. The rehabilitation effort may be complete, but Boracay's story serves as a reminder that paradise is fragile and must be protected with ongoing vigilance and new solutions. Number 2. Cagayan Digital City. The Philippines aims to be a prominent role in the digital age. Cagayan Digital City envisioned a brilliant embodiment of this ambition. A center for IT and business process outsourcing (BPO) enterprises. Consider dazzling high-rise structures that house tech startups and multinational enterprises. Call centers would be bustling with activity, and a trained workforce would fuel innovation. This digital metropolis claimed to create jobs, attract investment, and push the Philippines to the forefront of the digital revolution. However, the road to digital dominance wasn't without its hurdles. Attracting investors is crucial for any large-scale development project. Cagayan Digital City needed to convince international companies that it offered a competitive environment with attractive investment packages and a supportive business ecosystem. Developing the necessary infrastructure was another challenge. IT and BPO organizations require a reliable power supply, high-speed internet connectivity, and modern office spaces to work properly. Building this infrastructure from the ground up in a new place takes a tremendous amount of time and resources. Finally, ensuring a skilled staff requires an ongoing investment. Educational institutions that produce graduates with the required technical skills, as well as training programs to prepare the local populace for IT jobs, are critical to the digital city's long-term success. Cagayan Digital City is a work in progress, and addressing these hurdles will be critical to making its goal a reality. Number 1. North Luzon Expressway Extension. The North Luzon Expressway is a critical link in the Philippines, linking the capital district to the northern regions. Consider extending this route further north to create a continuous flow of commodities, people, and economic activity. The North Luzon Expressway extension was designed to be longer and more efficient, with the goal of boosting economic growth and development in northern Luzon. However, the journey ahead was not without its difficulties. Acquiring the right-of-way for the extension proved to be a major challenge. Negotiating with landowners and securing equitable compensation is a complicated process that might cause delays. Financial restrictions also played a role. Building a highway expansion is an expensive endeavor, and raising the necessary funding can be difficult, particularly for a government project. Finally, the complexity of the terrain created engineering issues. The rugged terrain of northern Luzon necessitates meticulous design and construction approaches to assure the highway's stability and safety. With these obstacles in mind, the North Luzon Expressway extension remains unfinished, a reminder of the meticulous planning and resourcefulness required for large-scale infrastructure projects. So, those were some of the most fascinating and sometimes bizarre failed megaprojects in the Philippines. If you want to see even more crazy construction attempts around the world, smash that subscribe button and check out the video linked on the end screen showing right now.